Hello, my name is Garrett Barmore. I'm the curator of the W.M. Keck Earth Science and Mineral Engineering Museum. And today, we're discussing Virginia City history at the historic Fourth Ward School. I'm also joined by two special guests, Michael Mackey, who's the great-great-grandson of John Mackey, and Gregory Crouch, the author of the new John Mackey biography, The Bonanza King. We ready to head inside? Very good. What better place to discuss the history of Virginia City than in the historic classroom of the Fourth Ward School. Virginia City, of course, was known for its mines, mostly mining silver and gold. But how were those initial discoveries even located?
Well, there had been placer mining in Gold Canyon, which is over our left shoulders, through the 1850s, and those fellows were washing the gold out of the sediments with rockers and gold pans and sluice boxes, same as in the California gold fields. But towards the end of the 1850s, they were getting killed by the problem of declining returns. They'd already found the best gold deposits, so they started looking for other opportunities, and they came over here to the flats on this side of town and discovered some other placer diggings that barely paid. But then these two Irish guys, Peter O'Reilly and Patrick McLaughlin, hit a strange blue rock, a clayey kind of thing, and when they crushed that up and ran it through their rockers, instead of finding about a quarter or a half ounce of gold per day, they were finding multiple ounces of gold per rocker load, per bucket load that they ran through their rocker, and that was a huge sum of money to those guys.
So it sounds like Virginia City industrialized quite quickly.
Almost from the get-go, you needed machinery to dig the shafts down or to drive along at it, and to hoist the ore to the surface, and pumps to dewater the mines, and steam engines to drive the stamps of the stamp mills that milled and processed the ore.
How rich was this ore? It sounds like they were spending quite a bit of money to get at it.
Yes, but the initial assays returned, I think, $876 per ton in gold and $3,000 per ton in silver. So it was a staggeringly rich strike.
So what would Virginia City have looked like? What would it have been like to live in Virginia City in the 1870s, which was the decade that this school was built?
Well, that's a really good question, Garrett. By the heyday of the Comstock Lode in the 1870s, this dirty small mining camp from a decade earlier was transformed into a major metropolis, complete with the best opera houses, entertainment, restaurants as you could find anywhere on the Pacific coast. And permeating throughout those two elements was this enormous industrial complex, as Gregory just described. What's really interesting and a little bit ironic is that after all the many millions of dollars were taken out of this city, the legacy, the stories, the lore, the mysticism, the incredible history of what happened here has only gotten more appreciated over time. And every generation rediscovers the magic and the lore of the Comstock Lode and makes the trip up the Geiger Grade to come and see it for themselves and walk down C Street and look out over the waste dumps of the old mines. And they're inspired by the accomplishments, industrial and personal, of all the people who contributed to putting Virginia City on the map.
And on your next visit to Virginia City, make sure to visit the Fourth Ward School. For more information, you can visit their website at fourthwardschool.org. Thank you.